Previously, we solved this system, 4x plus y equals 10, and 2y minus 8 equals negative 2x, using the substitution method. Now we'll talk about how to solve it using an alternate method called the elimination method. To begin the elimination method, we want to get all of our variables on the left side and all of our constants on the right side. Let's look at our system and make sure that that's the case. For line 1, we have 4x and y on the left and a 10 on the right. That means all of our variables are on the left and we have only constants on the right. So line 1 is okay as is. We'll need to make an edit to line 2, however, because we notice that we have 2y on the left but 2x on the right. This means this negative 2x will have to move. This also means this constant, negative 8 that's on the left, will have to move as well. When you move the negative 2x to the left, it will become positive 2x. Likewise, when you move the negative 8 to the right, it will become positive 8. So now our new line 2 will have the 2y we already had on the left, plus 2x equals 8. This is our new line 2. Another change we'll need to make is to make sure the letters are in order in line 2. Notice how in line 1, when we wrote down our terms, x came first and y came second. We'll have to make sure that line 2 follows that same pattern. So we'll edit the order and now say we'll have 2x plus 2y equals 8. Now we'll write the lines next to each other and continue the elimination method. Now we have our new line 2 next to our line 1. We're going to have to make another change because our goal is going to be to eliminate one of the letters. In order to eliminate one of the letters, we're going to have to try to cancel them out somehow. So what we'll have to do is multiply one of the rows by something that allows them to cancel out. We'll also need to pick a letter that we're going to try to cancel out. Either letter is going to be possible here, so arbitrarily, I'm going to pick y to cancel out here. Notice that line 1 has a single y and line 2 has 2y. We have to ask ourselves, what could we multiply line 1 by to make the y's cancel each other out? Because line 2 has a 2y, the opposite of 2y is negative 2y. So if we change the y term in line 1 to negative 2y somehow, we can expect the lines to cancel out. So to that end, what we can do is take line 1 and multiply the whole thing by negative 2. We'll put line 1 in parentheses and we'll take the whole thing times negative 2. We will then distribute that negative 2. When we distribute that negative 2 times 4x will give us negative 8x, negative 2 times y will give us negative 2y, and negative 2 times 10 will give us negative 20. This is our new line 1, which we can now combine with line 2. Line 2 was 2x plus 2y equals 8. And notice that this negative 2y and positive 2y are exact opposites and they will cancel. Now, when we combine these two, let's look at what we end up with. Negative 8x plus 2x will give us negative 6x, and negative 20 plus 8 will give us negative 12. Just like before, we'll divide by the number that's in front of x, and we still get that x equals 2. Now that we know x equals 2, let's try to get y. Now we can put x equals 2 back in the system somewhere, but we can choose either of the two lines from our system. Notice that we still have a single y in line 1. Therefore, if we're trying to solve for y, that would be the one to go for, because it's easier to get y by itself when it has no number in front of it. So we'll go to line 1 and we'll let x equal 2. We'll have 4 times our 2 plus y equals 10. 4 times 2 will give us 8 plus y equals 10. This 8 that is on the left we can move over to the right, and when we move it, it will become negative 8. 10 minus 8 will give us 2, and therefore y is equal to 2. Once again, we will answer this as an ordered pair, and so we write the x first and the y second every time. So our answer is 2, 2. This is identical to the answer that we got in the previous video when we solved this through the substitution method. When you have a system of equations, you're free to use either substitution or elimination method. Either one is fine. You'll just want to pick whichever one you feel more comfortable with. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.